Guys, please check your audio and video settings, please. Everyone. Guys, please check your audio and video settings, please. Please respond in the chat box. Please respond in the chat box. Any newcomers are there? Any newcomers are there? Please say yes in the chat box. Okay. These are the 2 backup videos, guys. And I also spend some time for you at the end of the session. These are the 2 backup videos. Please collect them and watch. Yeah. In yesterday's class, I was talking about what is framework. Tell me what is framework, guys? Yeah, if you are not able to copy problem in your system settings, do one thing. Click on the links, copy from the browser address bar. If you are not able to copy the links, click on the link, copy from the browser address bar. Yes, boss. Tell me, in Core Java course, what you learned is Java language. It is like raw materials of the programming are not. Like wheat granules and rice granules. Okay. In Advanced Java course, what we learned in Advanced Java course, what you learned are called as what? Technologies, Java technologies. Okay. They are like semi-finished products, guys. 30-40% they provide, remaining things we need to develop. 30-40% they provide, remaining things we need to develop. Everyone getting my point? Super. Next, guys. Frameworks are like what, guys? Fully prepared products, fully ready, fully prepared products. Almost 70-80% is ready, boss. Remaining 20% you need to develop. So these are like what, guys? Instant foods like Maggi noodles, Baba noodles, instant upna, instant dosa, this kind of thing. Everything you need not to develop from scratch level. You have to give final touch to make them ready. You have to give final touch to make them ready. Tell me, the way you purchase land, the way you arrange workers, the way you design your home, the way you construct the home by taking the support of workers comes under what? Technology-based application development or framework-based application development. Please respond. Everything you are doing on our own. You are writing both common logics and specific logics. Technology-based application development. Right now, boss? Okay. Going to real estate company. Purchasing a flat or villa from a company venture, in a company venture, is like what, guys? Developing the application using the framework. Why? The real estate company will take care of common logics of house construction, and you are just responsible to take care of specific activities of house construction. So that means when you start dealing with the frameworks, lot of burden on the programmer will be reduced or not? Lot of burden on the programmer will be reduced or not? Definitely will be reduced, guys. No doubt in that. Super. Now I have given 2 technical definitions, guys. Shall we start analyzing them? Framework is a special installable software that is built on the top of one or more technologies, having ability to generate the common logics of the application dynamically and makes the developer to write only application specific logics. Only application specific logics. Clear, my dear? Okay. Framework is a special installable software that provides abstraction on one or more technologies to simplify the application development process. What do you mean by abstraction, guys? Every framework internally uses technologies to generate the common logics, but it does not make the programmers to worry about them. It does not make the programmers to really worry about that. So that is called abstraction, hiding the unnecessary details, exposing only the necessary details that are required is called abstraction. Understanding my statement, guys? Super. Programmer develops the application by using framework. That framework APIs. Framework APIs are given from framework software. Framework software internally uses one or more technologies, and all these technologies are built based on one or other programming language. One or other programming language. Everyone understanding? In software programming, abstraction means, in software programming, abstraction means, what is the meaning of abstraction, guys? Okay, hiding the unnecessary details. And highlighting or exposing only the necessary detail that are required for the programmer. That are required for the programmer to develop the software. Are you understanding my statement, boss? Okay, guys. Now let me compare one technology-based application development and one framework-based application development. Yes or no, na, boss? Okay. Let me develop one technology-based application development, one framework-based application development. Okay, guys. Plain JDBC application first. Plain JDBC application. Okay, what is this? Technology-based application development. Technology-based application development. I think, tell me what you mean by JDBC application, guys. Java application with JDBC code, okay, to interact with the database, to simply interact with the database of. Clear, my dear? Got the clarity, boss? Yeah, first what we should do, guys? What we should do? Activate JDBC driver software by loading the driver class. JDBC driver software acts as a bridge between Java application and database software. Yes, na, boss? To activate any JDBC driver software, what is the easiest way? Loading JDBC driver class, na, boss? Loading JDBC driver class now, boss. Come on. Okay. What's the first thing I should do, guys? Load JDBC driver class to activate JDBC driver software as the bridge between, tell me, as the bridge between Java application and database software. Cool, guys? As the bridge between Java application and database software. Super. Yeah, next one, guys. Okay, bridge is ready. Super, boss. Once bridge is ready, we need to establish the connection with the database software now, boss. Establish the connection between Java application and database software. Okay, by using the support of that bridge, one road is created, one communication channel is created between Java application and database software. Here we use class.forName to load the driver class. Here we call driver manager.get connection method. Super na, boss? Okay. Once the road is ready, my dear, once the road is ready, we need a vehicle. We need a vehicle to travel on that road to carry inputs from Java application to database software, nothing but SQL queries, and to carry results or outputs from database software back to Java application, nothing but SQL query execution result. Sir, what is the vehicle we should prepare? Technically, that vehicle name is called JDBC statement object. JDBC statement object. Understanding my statement, boss? Create JDBC statement object as the vehicle between Java application and database software. Okay, this is required to carry inputs, SQL queries from Java application to database software and to carry results, nothing but SQL query results from database software back to Java. From database software back to Java application. Super, guys. Next. Use statement, JDBC statement object to send and execute SQL query in database software. Use JDBC statement object to send and execute SQL query in database software. Super, guys. Tell me. Use JDBC statement object to gather SQL query results from database software. Okay, and process the results. And also process the result. And also process the results. Everyone understanding my statement, boss? Come on. Okay. Next one is what, boss? Handle the exceptions. JDBC API throws a checked exception. So catching and handling exception, we should go for it now, boss. Catch and handle the exception. Catch and handle the exceptions, right? Okay, guys. Next, close the connection with database. Once everything is over, guys, we have to close the connection with the database software or not. Are you understanding my statement? So don't get into technicality if you don't know JDBC. Just try to understand what is what. What is what? That is enough. Right. Everyone understanding my statement was? Don't get into technicality. When you study JDBC topic, you will get everything in clear. Right. Okay. Listen. We have to load JDBC driver class to activate JDBC driver software, which acts as a bridge between Java application and database software. Using that bridge support, you have to create connection with the database software from Java application. Next, you have to create statement object to which acts as a vehicle between Java application and database software. Which acts as a vehicle between Java application and database software. Okay, use that statement object to send and execute SQL queries in database software. Use the same statement object to gather SQL query results from database software back to Java application, right? Okay. In that process, catch and handle the exception. Once everything is over, close the connection with the database. Okay, listen guys, like this you are developing 100 JDBC application, either in the same project or different projects. First three key: activating JDBC driver software, establishing connection, creating statement object, catching and handling exception, closing connection with the database software. Don't you think they are common in every application, guys? What will change application to application? The inputs what you are sending as SQL queries and their results. The inputs what you are sending as SQL queries and their SQL query execution result. Only these two things will change in our boss. Only these two things will change. What do you say, my dear? What do you say? What do you say, my dear? So can I call these logics as common logics, guys? Can I call these logics as common logics of application, JDBC application? Can I call these two logics also common logics? Right? Yeah, these are application specific logics now, boss. These logics are called application specific logics. These logics are called application specific logics. Right now, boss? Why common logics? You develop lots of JDBC applications like these, guys. Common logics will remain same. But application specific logic, query and query execution results, they will change application to application, time to time. So that's the reason they are called application specific logics. Sir, why to write common logics? Always write directly application specific logic. Can we write that? To get to SQL query results and to process them, first of all, we have to send and execute SQL query using statement object. To create statement object, we need a connection object. To create connection object, aisa no na, we need to activate JDBC driver software. Like this, lot of interdependency is there or not? Can we directly write application specific logic, guys? What is the note I should give? While developing technology based application, the programmer is responsible to develop both common logics and application specific logics. both common logics and application specific logic, which leads to boilerplate code problem. What problem? Boilerplate code problem. What do you mean by boilerplate code, guys? Common logics are technically called boilerplate code. What do you mean by boilerplate code problem? The code that repeats across the multiple parts of the project, either with no changes or with minor changes, is called boilerplate. Boilerplate code, boilerplate code. Can I call these common logics of JDBC application as boilerplate code, guys? You develop 20 JDBC application. Common logics will repeat in all 20 applications. So don't you think it's a problem? What is the technical name for that problem, guys? What is the technical name for that problem? Boilerplate code problem. Boilerplate code problem. Understanding my statement? So indirectly, don't repeat the code. That principle is violated or not. Don't repeat the code. Don't repeat the same code in multiple parts of the project. Is violated or not? Code reusability principle is violated or not? In technology-based application development, the programmer is responsible. Okay, listen guys, everyone should understand. First, I will try to explain in a lighter mode. Then I will try to explain in technical mode. Then I will write once in the paintbrush. Okay. If you are feeling terminology is new in the first set of explanation, you will be feeling old in the second and third set of explanation. So please don't be panic when you get the new terminologies. Especially Tushar, you are becoming a little panic whenever I use the new terminology. Okay, I think you are engineering graduate. I should not tell how to learn the subject, right? I'm wantedly presenting everything in 3 angles. Lighter explanation, technical explanation, explanation with real life examples. Then I am writing once. Total, indirectly 4 times you are occurring those terminologies, right? Please. The programmer is responsible to write both common logics and application specific logics. Common logics and application specific logics. Writing same or similar common logics in multiple parts of the project or application is called boilerplate code problem. Boilerplate code problem. Boilerplate code problem. That means technology-based application development is having boilerplate code. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Super. Okay. The code that repeats in multiple parts of the project either with changes, either with no changes or minor changes. Either with no changes or minor changes. is called boilerplate code problem. Okay. Repetition of common concepts. What is technically that, guys? Repetition of common concepts. I hope you understood, guys. Now listen. Spring JDBC application. Spring JDBC application. Right, boss. Spring JDBC is a module of Spring Frame. Spring JDBC is a module of Spring Framework that provides abstraction on Are you understanding my statement, guys? Okay, boss. That provides abstraction on plain JDBC program. That simply provides abstraction on, guys, plain JDBC program. Okay. That means Spring JDBC internally uses plain JDBC, guys. And it provides abstraction on plain JDBC. That means, okay, it exposes only unnecessary details of JDBC programming to the programmer to simplify the application development. To literally simplify the application development. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Everyone understanding? Okay, what is this, guys? Framework based application or not? Framework style application development. Okay. Tell me, what is the specialty of framework, guys? It says, I will take care of common logics. What do you mean by common logics? Loading driver class, establishing connection, creating statement object, exception handling, closing connection with the database software. Do I need to take care of all these things in plain? Okay, guys. Do I need to take care of that one every time, guys? Do I need to take care of that one every time, guys? Do I need to take care of that every time, guys? No. Is there any need of that, boss? Is there any need of that, guys? Really not. Certainly not. Right, boss? Really not. Certainly not. What do you say, my dear? Okay, guys. Tell me. Yeah, there is a create JDBC. There is a ready-made class, guys. JDBC template class object. Okay. What is this JDBC template? Spring supplied predefined class. Spring supplied predefined class. Create JDBC template class object, boss. This JDBC template class will take care of common logics of JDBC program. You need not to worry about it. You just make sure that that object is created. 3+2 file operations will be taken care by this JDBC template class object internally. In that process, it internally uses the support of plain JDBC, regular Java JDBC, boss. Come on. But are you right? Are you really bothered about that, guys? That means your work is simplified or not? Your job is simplified or not? Burden is removed from your head or not? Programmer should concentrate only on application specific logics or not? Okay. This internally uses plain JDBC technology and simplify technology to generate the common logics of the application development. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Common logics of the application development. So that means what? These common logics will be generated automatically or not? These common logics will be generated automatically or not? Are you understanding my statement? Okay. Is it not interesting? Is it not interesting? Super. Then what is next one? We have to just take care of application specific logics development now, boss. Send and execute SQL query in database of. Next, gather results. Gather SQL query results from database software and process them. From database software and process them. And nothing else we have to work. Nothing else we have to work. Are you understanding? So only application specific logics we have to write, boss. Common logics are automatically taken care by who? Application specific logics. The common logics are automatically taken care by who? Common logics are generated dynamically and internally by JDBC template. Life is easy or not, boss? Is it not looking like an instant food? Is it not looking like a Maggi noodles? Everything it is taking care. Only we have to worry about specific activities. At least now you got idea why people are crazy about frameworks. Why industry is talking about frameworks. It will give everything, but you need not to develop everything from the scratch level. It will simplify your life or not. After seeing this framework application, have a look on definition of the framework. Framework is a special installable software that is built on the top of one or more technologies, having ability to generate common logics of the application dynamically and makes the developers to write only application specific logic. Are you not feeling it, guys? Are you not feeling in this work? Super. Look at the second definition. Framework is a special installable software that provides abstraction on one or more technologies to simplify the application development process. Super, guys. Okay, Spring JDBC is a framework that is providing abstraction on what, guys? Plain JDBC technology and simplifying the way persistence logic development is happening or not. Simplifying the way persistence logic development is happening or not. JDBC code development is happening or not. I want reply, boss. I hope is it digesting, boss? Enjoyed, my dear. Got the clarity, my dear. Everyone. Are you feeling what is framework is all about? Okay, guys. Features of frameworks, guys. Features of frameworks. Why people are crazy about frameworks, guys. Number one, what is there? Provides the abstraction on one or more technologies. And simplifies the application development. Right now, boss? Simply simplifies the application development. Okay, since application development is simplified, guys, okay, productivity of application development will be improved, or the productivity of application development will be improved or not? Say something, boss. What do you mean by productivity, guys? Doing more work in less time? Doing more work in less time, guys? Fast coding is possible. Faster development is possible, guys. Okay. Gives good productivity in the software applications development. Okay. Doing more work in less time. Less time with good accuracy. Doing more work in less time with good accuracy. Are you getting my point, guys? Super. Next one. Reduces burden or work of the developers. Developers or programmers. Reduces the burden or work of the developers. Developers or programmers, guys. Clear, my dear? Definitely, na boss. When you are enjoying abstraction, indirectly you are reducing your work, right? Indirectly you are reducing your work. Super, boss. Super, guys. Tell me, guys. Yeah. Framework provides lot of APIs based on lot of APIs based on real-time scenarios. Based on real-time scenarios. So you can develop real-time use cases with no time. Real-time use cases with no time. I'll take one small example to understand this. Listen carefully. You take a e-commerce application or e-commerce website, guys. You log into Flipkart.com. Okay, there are so many products in Flipkart.com, guys. You selected them, added to shopping cart. You selected them, added to shopping cart. Come on, guys. Proceed for the billing. Proceed for the billing. Okay. You got some discount. Then it asks you for mode of payment. You have chosen credit card. What is the payment mode we choose, guys, as a software developers? Month beginning debit card, month end credit card. Suppose you have chosen credit card, right? It will ask card details, you submitted. OTP generated, you submitted. So you will get a success page now. Payment is done. Thank you for using so and so service. Super. You got a success page, guys. Okay, since you are having kuzli problem, itching problem for your fingers, you press a refresh button of that success page for 3 times. You pressed refresh button of that success page for 3 times. Are you listening my statement, guys? You press the refresh button of that success page for 3 times, guys. Tell me what happens then. Previous operation will be repeated. What do you mean by previous operation? Deducting money from the account, right? Payment. So total, how many time payment is collected, guys? 1 time officially, 3 times because of your refresh button. Total 4 times na, boss. 1 time officially, because you pressed refresh button, 3 time request is repeated, right? So total 4 times the amount is collected or not. This problem is called double posting problem or duplicate form submission problem. This problem should be solved. Otherwise, no one will do online shopping. Though it is customer mistake pressing refresh button on the success page of payment, but this problem has to be addressed and this problem has to be. Yes, no, boss. If this problem is not solved, people think you are cheating the customers. E-commerce websites are cheating the customer and no one believes e-commerce. Right, boss. Now listen carefully. To solve this problem in Servlet JSP environment, you should write 300 plus lines of code by spending 1 hour to 2 hours time. Sometimes if you are a junior developer, you need to spend whole day also. You need to spend whole day also. Are you understanding my statement? You need to spend whole day also. That much complexities to solve this problem. But the interesting part, if you come to Spring kind of framework, Spring Boot kind of framework, okay, you just override one method. You just override one method, write 2 lines of code inside that method, problem is solved automatically. The problem is solved automatically. Is it not interesting, Babu? Is it not interesting? Why? Why? The classes, methods, APIs which are there in the framework already designed by keeping real-time use cases in mind, real-world problems in mind, real practices in mind. So that burden will be reduced on your brain or not. The framework APIs are modeled after real-time use cases and scenarios. So, using frameworks in real application development always reduce the burden on the programmer. Always going to take less time, guys. Are you understanding my statement, boss? Okay, guys. But you can enjoy frameworks only when you have strong Java language knowledge and strong technology knowledge. You cannot become perfect in framework if you don't have strong Java knowledge and strong technology knowledge. What is the hierarchy I have given? Oh, by listening all these things, people says, hey, why to spend the time on learning core Java, learning technologies? I will directly learn framework. Is it possible, guys? Can you directly join in 10th standard without completing LKG, UKG, primary education, secondary education? If you join also, do you think you can give your 100% in the education? The same thing here. And moreover, frameworks only for medium scale and large scale projects. What about medium scale? What about small scale projects? Still we need to use technologies now, boss. Still we need to use technologies now, boss. I hope you are understanding my statement. I know after listening all these statements, people are excited to learn. Hey, let's join frameworks. Let's spend time on frameworks. Spend time. I'm not saying that is life. After joining the company also, majority times you have to work on frameworks. But you will enjoy frameworks. You will understand framework when you have strong core Java knowledge and advanced Java knowledge. First priority to core Java and second priority to advanced Java. Then only you can become strong developer of frameworks. Then only you can play with frameworks. Can I say one thing? Can I say one thing? Core Java, advanced Java are like heroines of the market. Sorry, heroes of the Bollywood, heroes of the Tollywood. Let their age is 60 years, 70 years, still they are heroes. Like Akshay Kumar, Rajnikant, Chiranjeevi, Balakrishna kind of thing. They never change, boss. They are permanent. They are permanent. Frameworks are like heroines. Frameworks are like heroines. Every 5-10 years they come and go. Every 5-10 years they come and go. Arey, you don't believe, Ra Babu? In the year 2005 to 2010-11, okay, Struts framework is popular. Later, Hibernate framework is popular. Few years back, Spring was popular. Now Spring Boot is popular. Right now, boss? Now Spring Boot is popular, my dear. Frameworks are not permanent. Okay, Spring Boot will be there another 5-10 years. After that, one more framework will come. Nothing is permanent in framework sector. But can you give the same statement towards core Java and advanced Java? I'm leaving to your common sense, right? Okay. The APIs of frameworks. Frameworks are modeled after real time. Modeled after real time use cases and scenarios. So, working with the frameworks in real projects, real projects is always good. Is always good. Are you understanding my statement, boss? Oh, okay, boss. Easy to learn and easy to use. And it does not take much time to learn framework and it does not take much time to use the frameworks in projects, boss. Easy to learn and use. It's very easy to learn and it's very easy to use, guys. Okay, and etc. Now we have some reasons why we are learning frameworks, guys. Everyone convinced with me why people are crazy about the frameworks, boss. And not only in Java domain. In fact, in Java domain, 4th generation of frameworks are happening. What generation? 4th generation of frameworks are happening in Java domain. Okay. Maybe in .NET, 1st generation or 2nd generation. PHP first generation or second generation. JavaScript first generation or second generation. But in Java, fourth generation of frameworks are happening. How it is happening, you know? In the initial days, companies used to create their own company-specific frameworks, guys. That's the first frameworks in Java domain. Frameworks in Java domain. Okay. What is first generation says? Company-specific frameworks. Company-specific framework. Second generation, guys. In second generation, people talked about struts. Third generation was people talked about Spring, Hibernate, JSF kind of frameworks. Spring, Hibernate, JSF kind of frameworks, guys. This is third generation. Fourth generation was Spring Boot. So this is the fourth generation when it comes to frameworks in Java, guys. Maybe in PHP, second generation, guys. So that means I don't believe company-specific frameworks have come to market in the year 2000 itself. Later, from 2004, 2005, Struts has become popular. After 4 years, Spring has come into market. Microservice is not a framework. Microservice is an architecture to develop the projects. Please. Microservice is not a framework, boss. It's an architecture. How we got MVC architecture, how we got different architecture to develop the projects. Microservice is also an architecture. Clear, my dear? Got the clarity? So shall we move to next discussion? Yeah, company-specific framework means every company used to have their own framework. Every company used to have their own framework. Then someone felt, every company developing more or less similar framework to develop the websites. Let's use common framework called Struts. Struts is having problem. To solve the problem, first JSF has come, then Spring has come. As a supporting framework for these two frameworks, Hibernate has come. Okay, Spring is giving abstraction, but I want more and more abstraction. I don't want semi-automated washing machine. I want fully automated washing machine. Everyone understanding my statement? Okay, that's why they have gone for Spring Boot. They have come up with what? Spring Boot. Some companies, they don't upgrade their projects, guys. Such projects are still there in Struts, still there in company-specific projects. Yes, na boss? Company-specific projects, guys. Understanding my point? Okay. Some companies are working with Spring frameworks. Only modern projects, recent projects, they are preferring to work with Spring Boot. And old projects are migrating to Spring Boot. Lot of old projects, they are migrating to Spring Boot. Is that clear, boss? Super. Okay, so don't waste your time learning Struts, learning JSF. So they are almost outdated frameworks, and better not to join in those projects. If you join also, anyhow, company will provide some training. Okay, learn the training and develop those projects. EasyAB is a technology. EasyAB is not a framework. Super, guys. So shall I give the different types of Java frameworks, guys? Different types of Java frameworks. Right. Now let's see, guys. Based on the kind of applications we develop using Java frameworks, there are what is that? 5 types of Java frameworks, guys. How many types of Java frameworks are there, guys? 5 types of Java framework. To learn this course, to learn this course, Advanced Java is not the prerequisite. Clear, boss? But you can do the Advanced Java course and this course parallel. Everyone understanding? Number one, ORM frameworks, guys. Object Relational Mapping Frameworks. Hibernate comes under this category, boss. Okay. MVC frameworks. Struts, JSF, Spring MVC, all these are what? MVC framework. Model View Controller frameworks. Model View Controller frameworks. Understanding my statement, guys? Okay. Next, web services frameworks. Web services framework. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Web services framework. These frameworks are there to develop the distributed application, to develop the remoting application, like Paytm kind of application, GPay. Okay, those applications will be developed as distributed application. To develop the distributed application, we need web services. Okay, there are a list of web services frameworks, guys. Like JAX-WS, JAX-RS, Spring REST, Apache Axis, all these are called as what? Web service related frameworks. Web service related frameworks. Are you understanding my statement? Super, boss. Okay. Next, boss. Next one, what we are having, boss? JWE frameworks. JWE frameworks, boss. Next, big data frameworks. What data, guys? Big data frameworks. So like this, we are having 5 types of frameworks, guys. Every framework is having its own importance. Every framework is having its own. Yeah. Big data frameworks. Hadoop, Spark are created in Java itself. Hadoop and Spark are created in Java itself. Please update your knowledge. Though the domain is different, boss, though the domain is different, they're basically created in Java. Clear, boss? I want everyone to collect the backup videos. If you cannot copy the links, click on the links. They will be opened in the browser window. Collect from the browser window. Copy from the browser address bar. Right. Let me do one more announcement. Okay. On the occasion of Ugadi festival, Gudi Padwa festival, tomorrow is holiday. Tomorrow is holiday. Shall we continue the subject, guys? Don't worry about these terminologies. We are going to understand all these terminologies one by one. One is ORM framework, guys. What's the number one? ORM framework. What do you mean by ORM, guys? Object Relational Mapping. Object Relational Mapping. Please, lot of technical stuff will come. Please concentrate, guys. ORM, Object Relational Mapping. Object Relational Mapping. Listen, guys. These frameworks provide abstraction on plain JDBC technology and allows us to develop objects-based database software independent persistence logic. What, guys? Objects-based database software independent persistence logic. No SQL queries are required, guys. Every operation will be done through objects. One record will be pointed by one object. You want to select the record, you read the object data. You want to update the record, you update the object, it will be updating the record. Every operation will be done through objects. No SQL queries. What's the advantage of no SQL queries? Everything is happening through objects. Tomorrow, if you change database software of the project from Oracle to MySQL, MySQL to PostgreSQL, or to any other database software, do you need to change the persistence logic, boss? Do you really need to change the persistence logic, boss? Do you really need to change the code, guys? No. Why? Are you writing any SQL queries that are specific to each database software? No. Every operation you are doing through what? Objects. Objects will remain same even though database software is changed or not. The objects will remain same even though database software is changed or not. Can I say this objects-based persistence logic is database software independent persistence logic or not, boss? Database software independent persistence logic or not? I want reply, my dear. Okay. ORM frameworks provide abstraction on JDBC technology. Okay. To develop objects-based persistence logic as the database software independent persistence logic. Database software independent persistence logic without using any kind of SQL queries. Without using any kind of SQL queries. Super, guys. Okay. ORM framework based logics, nothing but code, is portable across the multiple database software. That means code can be used for any database. Code can be used for any database software. Okay, guys. What do you mean by persistence logic, guys? Performing code operations on database software is called persistence logic, na boss? What do you mean by code operation? Insert, update, delete, select operations on database software is called persistence logic. Come on. Okay. Performing code operations on database software is called persistence operations. Persistence operation. And such logics are called what? Persistence logics. Everyone getting? Such logics are called persistence logic. When I say code operation, what do you mean by code, guys? C for create. Create means inserting record. Inserting record, right? U for update. U for update. Modifying record, guys. R for read. What is there? Selecting the record, boss. Here is modifying the record. Here what? Inserting the record. D for delete. Deleting the record. D for delete, deleting the record. Are you getting my point? So you can say cod operation also as crude operation. Indians say cod, foreigners say crude operation. One and the same now was because foreigners don't know what is cod. That's why they use the word crude operation. Everyone understanding? Super guys. What are the examples for these ORM frameworks, boss? Okay. Sir, how does it will allow us to develop database software independent persistence logic? The queries will be generated dynamically as per the database software. If you are working with Oracle, Oracle specific queries are generated internally by using JDBs. If you change it to another database software, MySQL, na boss. So again, MySQL specific queries will be generated dynamically. Are you understanding? Okay, guys. Super, guys. Tell me, boss, examples. We have multiple ORM softwares in the market, guys. Hibernate, from which company, guys? Initially from SoftTree company. Later, it is acquired by Red Hat people. Next, TopLink. TopLink, guys. Tell me, boss. It is from Oracle Corporation. OJB, Object to Java Beats, not the sister or brother of. Not the sister or brother of EJB, guys. It's a different one. Object to Java Beats from Apache company, boss. iBetis, it is from Apache company. And Apache will release a lot of free softwares to the market, guys. Link, Eclipse Link from Eclipse Corporation. Eclipse we know as only IDE, but Eclipse is a big vendor company. They release a lot of softwares nowadays. Now they are releasing a lot of softwares. Okay, Eclipse organization. Eclipse organization. Hibernate, TopLink, OJB, iBetis, Link. Okay, and etc. Okay, now listen, very well, everyone listen. Spring Framework is given as a collection of modules. Agree with me? Spring Boot Framework also given as a collection of modules. Some of those modules are again sub-frameworks, boss. Some of those modules are sub-frameworks. And some of the modules that are there in Spring and Spring Boot also behaves like a ORM framework. Also behaves like a ORM framework by providing abstraction on other ORM frameworks. By providing abstraction on other ORM frameworks. Is that clear, my dear? So overall, they also look like a ORM framework by indirectly using, by providing abstraction on other ORM frameworks that are there in the market. Okay, boss. First of all, listen the statement carefully. Spring and Spring Boot framework is given as a collection of modules. Some of these modules are sub-frameworks in the market. Sub-frameworks in the market, either providing abstraction directly on the technologies or providing abstraction on what? Other frameworks that are there in the market. Other small frameworks that are there in the market. And I don't think framework does not mean you should provide abstraction only on technology. There are some frameworks who provide abstraction on other small frameworks that are there in the market. For example, there is a module called Spring. Spring module called Spring ORM. Spring ORM that provides abstraction on Hibernate and simplifies Hibernate programming. That means Babka Bapna, boss. Framework providing abstraction on another framework. Come on, my dear. Framework providing abstraction on another framework. Agree with me? Spring Data JPA is there. That is also another module. Another module in Spring and Spring Boot framework. Okay. And that also provides abstraction on Hibernate. That also provides abstraction on Hibernate. Is that clear, guys? Most of the Java frameworks are open source, Babu. When they are open source, they definitely allow others to integrate these one framework with another framework. No license issues, no legal issues, boss. There is no license issue, there is no legal issue at all. Okay, now let's see, guys. Spring Boot frameworks are given. Given as the collection of modules. Okay. 30 plus modules are there, guys. Some of these modules are sub-frameworks. Some of these modules are sub-frameworks providing abstraction directly on technologies or other small frameworks in the market. Other small frameworks. Now listen. Okay. The Spring Boot related modules. Okay. Modules acting as ORM frameworks. Super, guys. Tell me first one. First one, guys. Spring Boot ORM. Spring Boot ORM. Tell me what it will do. Provides the abstraction on Hibernate. IBATs. Come on. Multiple ORM frameworks that are there in the market, guys. Top link and etc. Guys. Super. Next. Spring Boot. Data JPA. Tell me. Provides the abstraction on just Hibernate. I hope everyone understood the purpose of these statements, guys. So there are some frameworks. There are modules in Spring and Spring Boot framework. They don't just provide abstraction on technology. They provide even abstraction on other small frameworks that are there in the market. Clear, my dear? Hibernate is a framework, but Spring Boot Data JPA, Spring Boot ORM are providing abstraction on what? Hibernate itself. So that means they are making Hibernate programming also simplified. Hibernate makes JDBC programming simplified. Aisa no na, boss? Hibernate makes JDBC programming simplified. Are you getting my point? Okay. But Spring Boot ORM, Spring Boot Data JPA makes Hibernate programming simplified. Makes Hibernate programming itself simplified. So life becomes easy when you use framework or not. Is that clear, guys? So that's why direct utilization of Hibernate is reduced, guys. Direct utilization of JDBC is reduced, boss. People are using Spring Boot Data JPA a lot. Spring Data JPA or Spring Boot Data JPA in the market, boss. So among all these things, this is the best, Among all these things, this is the best. This is also gone. Even Spring ORM, Spring Boot ORM also gone. These things also not directly used. Everyone is preferring to use what, guys? Spring Boot Data JPA. Spring Boot Data JPA. Are you understanding my statement, boss? Okay. Now let me give diagrammatic representation, guys. Super boss. Here is what? Hibernate. Here is JDBC technology. Here is our JDBC technology. What is this, guys? JDBC. JDBC technology. Here is my Hibernate frame. Are you understanding my statement? Okay, guys. Yeah. Spring ORM oblique Spring Boot ORM. Same module is there in Spring, same module is also there in Spring Boot. After all, Spring Boot is extension of Spring. You know that now, boss? Spring Boot framework is extension of Spring now. Okay. So tell me, Spring Data JPA, boss. Spring Boot Data JPA. Spring Boot Data JPA. Tell me. Both these Spring modules will use Hibernate framework. Hibernate internally uses JDBC. Hibernate uses JDBC. So what is the final conclusion? You may use anything at any level, boss. Ultimately, if Java code wants to talk to the database software, directly, indirectly, JDBC is required or not? Directly, indirectly, JDBC is required or not? Yeah, one person asked a good question. What about Spring JDBC, sir? Spring JDBC directly provides abstraction on what? Plain JDBC. Okay, Spring JDBC simplifies JDBC coding. Whereas Spring ORM, Spring Boot ORM, Spring Data JPA, Spring Boot Data JPA simplifies what, guys? Hibernate programming. Simplifies Hibernate programming. Are you understanding my statement? Okay. When Spring JDBC is there, definitely there will be Spring Boot JDBC also now, boss. Spring Boot JDBC. Super, guys. Right. See, guys, if you have a strong knowledge of Hibernate, you can enjoy these two things. Without Hibernate also, you can learn these things direct. It's up to you. It's up to you. Are you understanding my statement? Okay. You can learn these two modules without having Hibernate, with having Hibernate now. But if you want to enjoy more and more, better to learn Hibernate. Still, you want to manage it, you can directly learn what? Spring Data JPA and Spring OR. Everyone convinced, guys? But in the market, who is best now? Okay, people, see, JDBC utilization is there, but reduced. Hibernate direct utilization is there, reduced. Spring JDBC direct utilization is there, reduced. Spring ORM direct utilization is there, but very much reduced. So industry now preferring what, guys? Come on, guys. Industry is preferring what? Spring Data JPA or Spring Boot Data JPA. This is market leader. And our course covers this, guys. Our course covers this. And we are going to spend good amount of time on this. You can learn this with Hibernate knowledge, without Hibernate knowledge. Because I will take care of basics of Hibernate before launching this. Everyone getting my point here, boss? Come on. Super. Array, database developer will not be there, my dear. Database developer means you are an Oracle person, Oracle PL SQL person. You nowhere related to Java. Nowhere related to Java. Okay. Nowhere related to Java, guys. Why Java development includes so many things? Simple reason. Java is not there to develop small games, Rabab. Java is there to develop industry needed e-commerce applications, payment gateway application. To develop such big projects, many things are required. Many things are required. See, you are seeing these many things now, but I'm seeing only one thing. Only one thing. This one is good. Remaining things, if you have awareness, enough, guys. Remaining things, if you have awareness, one thing. See, as age of Java is increasing, new things are coming. Some of them are becoming old and outdated. You know one thing? Current generation. Basics of JDBC, basics of Hibernate, this is enough. No need of wasting time in on remaining things. Evaluation is continuous process now, boss. If someone asks me why these many things are there, means I am answerless. Initially, this is popular. Later, this is popular. For a few days, this was popular. For a few days, this was popular. Now, this is doing well. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Everyone getting my point here, guys? Okay, guys. Convinced, my dear? Got the clarity? Aditya Chari, database developer responsibilities, managing database. Interacting database is done from Java, boss. Managing database is done by DB developer. Clear? Installing Oracle, creating tables in Oracle, creating tables with relationship. Those things are taken care by DB developer. Okay, in interacting with the database, connecting to database, doing insert, update, delete operations in database from Java application should be taken care by Java developer. Clear, my dear? Both are two different cups of tea. Super, boss. Everyone convinced with me or not? Super. Okay, someone asked me the question. What is the difference between JPA, Hibernate and ORM? JPA, Hibernate and ORM, right? Okay, listen guys. All ORM frameworks are given based on rules and guidelines that are there in JPA specification. So JPA is a rules document, guys. All ORM software in the market are given based on what? JPA rules and guidelines. Something like this, boss. Something like this. Course browser is only one number, but Java faculties are 5 to 6 faculties will be there in every institute. Yes, na boss? Same thing. JPA specification is given by Sun Microsystem, having rules and guidelines to create ORM software. Hibernate, IBTs, X, Y, Z, like this, multiple ORM softwares came into picture. In that one, Hibernate is popular in the market. But are we using Hibernate directly in the market, guys? No. As a Spring developer, we are nowadays preferring to use what? Spring Data JPA or Spring Boot Data JPA, we are preferring to use. I hope you got some idea about what is ORM framework, what is there in the market, what's happening in the market. You got it? Spring JDBC simplifies JDBC programming. Spring ORM, Spring Data JPA simplifies what? Hibernate programming. As of now, what is the best mode of development, guys? The best mode of development is Spring Data JPA or Spring Boot Data JPA. Is that clear, my dear? In between Spring and Spring Boot is more popular. I hope everyone convinced, my dear. Come on. Direct utilization of Hibernate is not happening. Indirect utilization of Hibernate is happening. If someone says Hibernate is outdated, I don't agree. If someone says JDBC outdated, I don't agree. Why? Array, if JDBC is outdated, JDBC should disappear from the market. But it is indirectly used now, boss. You are using Spring Data JPA means that is internally using Hibernate. Hibernate is internally using JDBC. The one that is used indirectly and internally can be called as outdated one. Easy be outdated. Directly or indirectly, it is not used anywhere. Are you understanding my statement? But can you say Hibernate and JDBC are outdated? JDBC, Hibernate are not outdated because they are internally used while working with multiple Spring modules like Spring ORM, Spring module, Spring Boot modules. Spring Boot modules. Like what, guys? ORM, data JPA modules. Data JPA. Convinced, boss? Right, boss. Okay. JDBC, Hibernate, direct utilization in application development is reduced. But they are always used indirectly, as said above. So we cannot say they are outdated. They are outdated. Convinced, my dear? So we cannot say they are outdated. We really cannot say they are outdated. Convinced, my dear? Started understanding terminologies? Okay. I'll ask one question, boss. Okay. I want to use Spring Framework or Spring Boot Framework to interact with the database software and to insert the record. As of now, what is the best one in the market? I want reply from everyone. Spring Boot Data JPA. That's the best one. Spring Boot Data JPA, best one. Okay. I want to use a technology to interact with the database software and to insert the record in database software. What is the one I should use? Spring JDBC or plain JDBC? Spring JDBC is a framework, na boss. Come on, I said technology. Okay, in Spring, is there any module that provides abstraction on JDBC, guys? In Spring, is there any module that provides abstraction on JDBC directly? Spring JDBC, right now, boss? Okay. Are we using Hibernate directly in real projects of Spring? No. In which form we are using? Nowadays? It is used through what? Spring Data JPA. Even Spring ORM is also not so popular nowadays. Spring Data JPA or Spring Data JPA or Spring Boot Data JPA. I hope you got some idea about ORM frameworks, guys. Okay, why ORM frameworks are popular, guys? Are we going to use SQL queries in ORM frameworks? No. Everything will be done through objects, right? Every operations will be done through objects. So objects will remain same even though database software is changed or not. So that's why whatever code we write, whatever logics we write, they are database software independent logics or not. Okay, guys. Harimahan, Spring Data JPA is recently introduced. Spring JDBC is introduced 20 years back. Hibernate came 20 years back. Spring ORM came 15 years back. Tell me what you want to prove by saying that statement. Harimahari. Latest comes late na boss. Latest comes lately, right? Harimahari question is, when Spring Data JPA is the best, why they have introduced Spring JDBC? Maybe you are looking bottom to top. Please look at top to bottom. Top one comes always latest. That means they came lately. Before arrival of latest and best. Some other best was there, na? Okay. So in the initial days of Spring JDBC, they felt that's the best. Later they thought Spring ORM is the best. Now with the latest evaluation, they are telling Spring Data JPA is best. Right now, boss? Top to bottom, we have to see. Growth is always top to bottom. Right now, boss? Right. Yeah. Now I will take your queries, guys. Those who joined today, I will be giving initial days notes through Facebook. You know that, right? Yeah, I'm submitting all the details here. Yeah, in this course, if you don't know Hibernate also, no problem. I will give basics of Hibernate, then I will launch Spring Data JPA. But if you want to learn Hibernate in depth, there is a separate course called Hibernate. If you don't have time, if you don't learn also, not a problem. Okay, this batch admin is Srikanth sir. This batch admin is Srikanth sir. Sham Kumar, you are giving Word 5 course syllabus. I'll upload in the Facebook group. Any discount for the old students, sir? Talk to admin. Admin will do. Spring rest part of this course. Spring rest part of this course. Please watch day one video. There I have talked everything. Which cloud technology best with Java? I mean, everything is good because Java is not specific to anything, but nowadays people are preferring AWS. We will be using Procure app or New Link. Okay, you will be using Naresh IT application once link is changed. Shom Shankar, hi sir, I have doubt regarding slots. Since you told we are going to split into 2 slots forward. If you split, you will teach slot 1, slot 2 simultaneously. Shom Shankar, every topic will happen in slot 1. Evening already one batch is started, guys. For them, middle topics are going on. So once you are ready to attend those middle topics, I will invite you to evening batch parallel. That is not a fresh batch in the evening. Clear? Morning, all topics will happen. Evening, all topics will happen. What's going on in the evening batch? Spring Data JPA is going on. When Hibernate batch is going to start. Once slot is free, we'll announce that. Okay, guys. SAP is a ERP software, guys, where a lot of ready-made solutions are there. Right. Siddhesh Chandan. Yeah, I take time to get into coding, boss. I'm preparing solid background to get into coding. Super, guys. Okay, boss. Shivshankar Madala. I'm preparing background, guys. Once coding start, every day coding will be there. Please don't separate concept and coding separately. Please, it's my humble request. Okay, guys. Spring Boot Data JPA provides abstraction of Spring Data JPA. Because Spring Boot is extension of Spring Boss, that's why. Hari Mahan, very small, very less projects are using Spring JDBC in projects. Right. How many classes happened till today? Today is the 4th session. I already given 3 backup videos to you people. Okay. See, the people want to download the notes. Let me show the procedure. I'll upload the notes and I will download the same thing. Next class is on Thursday. Tomorrow is holiday on the view of Ugadi festival. Do you have any other batch timings? As of now, this is the slot, guys. In future, after 3 months, evening slot will come. 716 intro. What is framework? What is framework post? Tell me, guys. Yeah, this is how I uploaded, guys. If you want to download, very simple. Go to opposite to that. Click on 3 dots. Download option has come. Go to downloads folder. Go to downloads folder, guys. Right click. Open with Paintbrush. Right click, open with Paintbrush. Clear, my dear? Monica W, contact the admin. Atul Kumar, when core course will start? See, please don't separate concept and practicals, boss. Okay. I'm preparing background to launch what is Spring, what is Spring Boot. And I will give all types of application development that is possible using Spring and Spring Boot. Once we got overall idea about what we can develop, then we will take up each section and we go for application development. Okay, guys. Can you directly start learning Spring? I know frameworks like JDBC, Servlet, Hibernate. Gopi Kumar, as I said, to learn Spring Boot, Spring is required. To learn Spring Boot, Spring is required. So that's why first we are starting with Spring Basics. Right. Rahmanji, Paintbrush notes will be given. In future, PDF documents also will be given. Right, boss. Prasad, whenever topic comes, we are also going to discuss a lot of FAQs. Right. What is the major topics in core Java which will be working Spring, sir? OOPS is required. OOPS, collections, multi-threading, and multi-threading. These are the 3 topics that are required. Microservice is also framework. No, sir. Microservice is an architecture to develop applications. How we got MVC architecture, similarly, one more architecture is there, microservice architecture. Don't consider microservice as a framework. We use Spring Boot framework to develop microservice architecture applications. Clear, my dear? Got it? So when we meet in next class, we'll try to understand remaining types of frameworks that are there in Java. Okay, next class is on Monday, boss. Sorry, not Monday, Thursday. It is on Thursday. It is on Thursday. Nidhi Naik, Hibernate is not at all required. Without Hibernate also, you can study this course. Right. Just now I have shared all the details. Yeah, this is your admin number, guys. This is your admin number. Very much, we are going to learn very much depth microservice in this course. Tomorrow is holiday for all batches, guys. Thank you. Gopi Kumar, we learn Spring Core module. After that, we move to Spring Boot. And once we start learning Spring Boot, every module of Spring will be covered in Spring Boot angle. Spring Boot MVC, Spring Boot Data JPA, Spring Boot Cloud, everything we will be learning. Super, guys. Nishant Kumar, I just now said, JPA is a specification providing rules and guidelines creating ORM frameworks. Hibernate is one ORM framework. It's something like this. JPA is like a Java course browser. Hibernate, Toplink, and etc. are the faculties who conduct the classes based on the course browser. One gives guidelines, other one are the real software acting as a ORM softwares. Clear, my dear? Collection is not a prerequisite, guys. Collection knowledge is required at anyhow. But initially, core Java OOPS is sufficient. Right. Lalit Patil, MVC we are going to cover in this course. Na? Spring Boot MVC is part of our course. You need not to learn it. JDBC basics are sufficient. If you don't know also, you can learn parallelly. If you don't know also, you can learn parallelly. Akhil, I need collections knowledge maybe after 10-15 days, not immediately. Not immediately. I hope you got the difference between JPA and Hibernate. JPA gives the plan. Hibernate is the real product of implementing that plan. Super, guys. Thank you.